Good morning. Good morning, welcome back to Bookeemonsters. My name is PK. It is Monday, November the 10th. We are here to look at the new releases that are published this week. And on Mondays, we look at cozy mysteries. On Wednesdays, we look at the darker side. We look at crime fiction and thrillers. And on Friday, it's TGIF. We usually look at the rest of the cozy mysteries. Not as many this week. So we'll see what happens. Could be anything goes. Freeform Friday again. Hope you had a good weekend. Lena says, good morning to you. Are you doing okay? How you doing? She says, I'm good. Yay. Just got a new, oh, that's right, a new iPad last week on Friday, but I have to take it to AT&T store so they can help me set up my phone on my new iPad. Oh, yeah, get some help. When everything is settled, I will let you know if everything goes well. Please do. Oh, what a great new thing to have. I love that for you. Quick announcements. I don't have any sprints tonight. I don't do them on Monday night. I will have them tomorrow night, Tuesday night, at 8 p.m. Eastern. They go for 2 hours. Let's jump in. Cozy Mysteries. Mistletoe, Mischief, and Malice, 8th in the Thorn Sister Sleuths Cozy Mystery Series by D.G. Thomas. In the heart of Bloomwood, Christmas is nothing short of magical, with twinkling lights on every porch, sweet tea served warm with cinnamon, and Blossom and Thorn's famous mistletoe arch. Sisters Iris and Poppy Thorn are up to their elbows in poinsettias and holiday cheer, with their quirky assistant Dolly humming carols off-key and the kids giddy for their town's Christmas market and tree lighting ceremony. But when a local businessman collapses beneath the mistletoe, dead before the tree's even lit, the season's sparkle takes a sinister turn. Now the mistletoe is more a murder weapon than holiday charm, and everyone from the cider stand to City Hall is a suspect, and the sisters' floral handiwork is now a crime scene. As gossip swirls through the magnolia-scented streets, Iris and Poppy drop off their sleuthing hats to untangle hidden love letters. A snowstorm of secrets snowstorm of secrets and suspicious alibis. With help from their family, a new nosy townfolk, and Dolly's overcooked holiday potluck, the Thorn sisters chase down clues like a runaway reindeer. Can Iris and Poppy unwrap the truth, or will this Christmas end with a killer's kiss beneath the mistletoe? I think that's a pretty cover. Good afternoon, Helen. How is it over there? Hope you're having a good Monday. Bells, Bodies, and Blizzards by Fran Heap, 4th in the Willowcroft Cozy Mystery Series. For the past 30 years, an undeliverable Christmas card has arrived at the Willowcroft post office. No return address, no known recipient. When it turns up yet again, writer-turned-amateur sleuth Tammy Rumbelow can't resist tracing the trail of this mysterious mail. With her curious cat Lucky by her side, Tammy teams up with her festive crew of sleuths: Olivia, the bookstore owner and genealogist; Mrs. Temperance, the knitting circle queen; retired Sheriff Wally; and tech whiz teen Xander. When their holiday adventure spirals from festive to felonious, with a break-in at the dead letter office, the stakes rise higher. The team uncovers clues that could unravel Willowcroft's most cherished tradition and exposed heartbreak hidden beneath the decades of holiday sparkle. Between shattered nutcrackers and ghosts of Christmas past, this season promises both peril and romance. A Catitude Christmas by Tara Lush. 8th in the Crescent Moon series. Amelia Matthews, midwife, innkeeper, and reluctant witch, is determined to make her first Florida Christmas magical for her daughter, her friends, and the quirky guests of the Crescent Moon Inn. Between baking for what feels like everyone in town, wrangling inflatable snowmen, and coordinating the town's beloved Christmas parade, she barely has time to breathe. Then disaster strikes. The town's most treasured holiday mascot, the Santa Manatee statue vanishes. To make matters worse, Jimbo, Amelia's kind-hearted employee and official town elf, is attacked during the theft. Now, with Cypress Grove's holiday cheer hanging by a thread, Amelia has no choice but to investigate. With the help of her daughter Jenny, her eccentric friends, and cat Freddie Perkery, Amelia must follow a trail of glitter gossip and magical mischief to uncover the truth. But someone in town is hiding more than holiday secrets, and solving this mystery could mean the difference between saving Christmas or watching it sink into the Florida swamp. Oops. Swords and Spells and Homicide by Patty Larson, 6th in the Fleming Family Cozy Mysteries. I have to say, I'm kind of into the corset, but if one more person calls me lass, I'm losing it. When a Vermont-based LARP live-action roleplay group comes to the White Valley Lodge, Fee's visit with Daisy is interrupted by murder. Drawn into the mess when their friend and co-worker Kit Summersby finds herself in the middle of a homicide investigation, the dynamic besties are on the case. But fantasy and reality are hard to separate when all of the suspects are literally not who they say they are, nor will any of them break character, not even when threatened with legal action. Only the monarchs of the realm can order them to speak, and they're just as deluded as the rest. With crew at wit's end, can Fee and Daisy infiltrate the role-playing world convincingly enough to play by their rules, gain the favor of the king and queen, and solve the crime? I would just throw them all in jail. Which is what the police who should be investigating should be doing. End of that row. The Elf Did It by Suzanne Bolden, 7th in the Katie Murphy Cozy Mysteries. She looks like she's having a day. Seaside Cove's first Christmas market has transformed Main Street into a twinkling winter wonderland. Strolling paths are lined with cheerful booths run by local artists, crafters, and food vendors, while the sounds of live music and the sweet scents of peppermint fudge, cinnamon roasted nuts, and buttery shortbread drift on the breeze. The town's children pose for photographs with Santa Claus while telling him their Christmas wishes. But the holiday cheer comes to a crashing halt when Clara, the cantankerous woman running the market, is found dead behind Santa's sleigh photo station. Suspicion quickly lands on Reed, the grumpy part-time actor playing one of Santa's elves who'd been seen arguing with the victim that very day. Witness accounts don't add up, and the mystery deepens when children's drawings depict a shadowy figure near the sleigh. They insist it was an elf, or was it a leprechaun? The confusion only grows thanks to a vendor in an Irish get-up peddling questionable authentic wares. With the help of pint-sized witnesses, a few quirky holiday traditions, and Ella Winchester's sixth sense, Katie must untangle this tinsel-covered mystery before the killer strikes again, because in Seaside Cove, it's beginning to look a lot like murder. I apologize, I'm a little froggy this morning. A Pantomime of Peril by Victoria Tate, 3rd in the Cotswold Antique Mysteries. Winter has settled over the Cotswolds, and Dottie Sayers and her friends are in the spotlight as part of the local amateur dramatics pantomime production of Jack and the Beanstalk. With costumes to sew, lines to memorize, and rehearsals to juggle, the village is buzzing with excitement. But on opening night, the show comes to an abrupt halt when a cast member dies on stage. As whispers of foul play sweep through the audience, Dottie and her friend Kia are drawn into a mystery that's anything but make-believe. With suspects lurking in the wings and a tangle of alibis to unravel, the pair must tread softly to uncover the truth. Can they solve the case before the final curtain falls, or will the killer steal the show? Life or Delft by Brooke Peterson and Sarah M. Stephen, 1st in the Delft Valley Mysteries. The tulips are bright, the secrets are deep, and the crimes are personal. Gabby Jacobs never planned to start over in a Dutch-themed town full of windmills, tulips, and suspiciously cheerful neighbors. But when her aging father's health declines, she trades her empty nest for Delft Valley's cobbled streets and clogs. She expects adjustment. She doesn't expect a murder. When a sharp-tongued local woman is found dead just days before the town's beloved Tulip Festival, Gabby is shocked to discover her father's whereabouts during the crime are murky at best. The victim had no shortage of enemies, but the closer Gabby looks, the more she fears the trail could lead right back to her family. And then luggage. Lucy Connolly has a new one. This is in her Irish series. And as soon as this is released on the 14th, it goes on my mom's Kindle. She likes this series. Murder on the Clock, 4th in the Mercy McCarthy mysteries. When Mercy McCarthy takes her beloved mother's watch to be fixed, she's completely charmed by the little repair store and the father and son duo who run it. Little does she know that the clock is ticking. When she returns, she finds the father lying unconscious amid broken glass, and her mother's watch is missing. The police think Mr. Flynn was attacked in a burglary gone wrong, but soon suspects closer to home start coming out of the clockwork. Mercy, her sister, and their canine sidekick, Master Body Sniffer Outer Mr. Poe, set out to gather clues and help the local detective find the killer. Could it be the family next door to the Flynns who've been feuding for decades, his fiercest rival who's long dreamed of shutting him down? Or was his son less devoted than he seemed? As the hours tick away, another murder and the discovery of a long-buried secret changes everything. The summer festival is fast approaching. Can Mercy solve the mystery in the nick of time, or will someone stop her clock? End of that row. An Unlikely Revelation by Gina X. Grant, 4th in the Unlikely Murder Club. After Agatha Shaywell fakes her death, she has her reasons, and assumes a new alias, she does what any ex-con with a flair for the dramatic would do. She dons a veil and crashes her own funeral. But she isn't the only surprise guest. Clara Simpson, Agatha's long-lost friend from 1977, swoops in to rescue the dilapidated Belfair bijou from a greedy developer and donates it to the town. Soon the whole community is pitching in to restore the theater, with Agatha and her DIY skills running the show. Then Chance, her loyal dog, digs up a skeleton in the bijou basement, and all clues point to Martin as the killer. As old crimes resurface and buried scandals shake the town, Agatha must decide who she can trust. Staying in Unlikely might finally mean putting down roots, if it doesn't put her 6 feet under. Whoops, that one's not available anymore. It was there yesterday. Panic at Peacock Perch by Suzanne Rudd Hamilton, 5th in the Secret Senior Sleuth Society Cozy Mysteries. A hurricane hits the area, causing havoc and uncertainty among the residents. When the dust settles and they begin to emerge from their cocoons, they find a couple lying dead in their own home, along with a crime spree of thefts. Are the crimes related? Was it an outside criminal ring or an enemy from within? When they investigate, the sleuths and the residents all turn on each other, pointing fingers of culpability and doubt in every direction. And with a new sleuth, Misdirection, on the scene, will she cause more problems or create solutions? Where did she come from, and why join the sleuths now? Will Madame Sleuth trust a newcomer in this dire situation? Can they band together despite their doubts and successfully solve the crime? Remember, in an active adult community, it's not all ping-pong, pickleball, and bingo. You never know what lies beneath the surface. Anything can happen. And does. The The Cakes of Wrath by Matilda Swift, 5th in the Parchment Paper Mysteries. Jessica Askew, a baking rebel with a recipe for uncovering the truth, has worked tirelessly with Hattie to bring little Quillington a new Valentine's event. But as the press swarms the village, Jessica discovers they're not there for her baking. A long-buried Askew secret has been accidentally revealed, and now her family's casting her as the black sheep in their well-written saga. The Valentine's event turns deadly when a reporter is found felled by one of Hattie's whimsical love-themed decorations. With beloved Mrs. Pankhurst blaming her for Hattie's troubles and a family in freefall, Jessica must get to the bottom of a mystery steeped in secrets and love potions. Can she untangle the web of lies and love gone wrong, or will her quest for the truth leave her own happy ending in tatters? Why are there always festivals? Who always wants to have festivals? Can't we just stay home and read a book? End of that row. I am not a festival type person. I know this about myself. A Very Long Way to Go by Misty Simon, 3rd in the Charmed Inn Mysteries. It's a family reunion week at the Charmed Inn, and the place is overrun with the Fairfield clan. Every room is rented and every bed is full for Roxy Gleason and her staff. The family dynamics are a little strained at the outset, but things get down and dirty when one of the matriarchs is found dead in the library with a candlestick. But who did the killing and why? Roxy doesn't want to get involved until her arch-nemesis in the local police department tries to pin the whole thing on one of her kitchen staff. There is no way the woman with the golden spatula would jeopardize her entire life's work over a secret recipe. Or is there? Roxy will have to use her gift in all the ways she knows how to be able to keep her friend from being caught up in a web of hot chocolate, divinely prepared pie, and murder a la mode. I apologize, I'm struggling reading because I realize my glasses are really dirty. I'm having a problem seeing. That's pretty dirty. That is a very boring cover. Good morning, Mary. Happy Monday. Lost track of time, so I'm very late. But you're here. Happy Monday. How did your show go? The Holiday Photo Murder, 3rd in the Robin Cavanaugh Mysteries by Jean Quigley. Portrait photographer Robin Cavanaugh has had a busy fall season, taking a record number of client photos for holiday cards. She's ready for a quiet December to do her own Christmas preparations, but she has one more job to close the year. It's the best gift of the season, taking photographs of wealthy Natalie Hoffman's holiday party. Excited to be the official photographer at the party held at the publisher's estate overlooking the majestic Hudson River, Robin hopes the event will win her new clients. Everyone will want to forget the evening, however, after Natalie's companion, Russell Nowak, is found dead in the garden. Who among the guests wanted the successful businessman dead? While everyone counts down to Christmas, Robin's wish list is filled with suspects. She teams with her friend Will Vonderland to catch the killer and restore her holiday spirit in time to enjoy the festive season. Mary says, the show was fine, not as good as in years past, but passable as they say. I now have 2 shows this week. Busy times. Oh my goodness! 2. That's wonderful, but it's a problem, but it's a good problem to have. Murder Seanced by Kat McGee, 7th in the Witching Hour Ghost Hunters Mysteries. Marna Langley, witch and co-host of Witching Hour Ghost Hunters, expects the haunting at the quaint Rosemont Cottage to be a simple case of residual energy and floral-scented phenomena. But when the flamboyant spirit of Flora May, a former garden club president with a hat wider than her welcome, decides Mama's body is the perfect vessel for her own unfinished business, the investigation gets a chaotic, flowery makeover. Suddenly, Marna is plagued by a posh new internal monologue, an insatiable craving for Earl Grey tea, and the uncontrollable urge to critique everyone's posture. Lil, Marna's ghost-shifting feline familiar, is less than impressed with the new management, especially when Flora May uses Marna's mouth to suggest a more dignified shade of fur. Meanwhile, co-host Royce Davenport is left scrambling to manage the crew while trying to get a word in edgewise with the real Marna. It's hard to hunt for clues when your lead psychic is more interested in rearranging the furniture and planning a posthumous party than communicating with the dead. As Flora May's influence grows, Marna realizes the dramatic spirit isn't just looking to host the seance of the century, but is trying to unmask her own killer. With Marna's control slipping, she must fight to decipher the ghost's high society hints from inside her own head. The problem is, Flora May's theatrics are attracting the wrong kind of attention, and a killer who got away with murder once may be happy to silence a second very talkative woman for good. To save herself and solve the case, Marna must convince her ghostly hijacker to cooperate before her own personality gets permanently pruned. Pillow Talk Killer by London Lovett, 8th in the Frostfall Island Cozy Mystery Series. The PTK strikes again. The notorious Pillow Talk Killer has been terrorizing the city for years. They've struck again, and now the monster has come to Frostfall Island. Anna St. James never hesitates to jump into an island murder case, but this is different. A cunning, vicious serial killer who has evaded the police for years leaves no room for error. Anna's seen it all in her quest to bring killers to justice, but even Anna isn't prepared for the shocking twist that awaits her this time. End of that row. And we are nearly out of time, so we've got 5 left. Look at that. Hardly any this week. And it's not even Thanksgiving week. I don't get it. But I'll check again before Friday. So, that is it for today. We will, on Wednesday, look at the darker side at crime fiction and thrillers. And again, I don't have any sprints tonight. I will be doing them tomorrow night, Tuesday night, at 8 p.m. Eastern for 2 hours. We do them every Tuesday and Thursday evening and Saturday afternoons. Mary says, hello, Elena and Helen. Hope you are all well. Alrighty. Well, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching if you're watching it later. Hope you have a very good Monday. Be safe, read good books, and as the banner says here, don't be a bookworm, be a bookie monster. Nom nom. Have a good day. God bless. Mary says, thanks, and hope everyone has a great day and week. Back at you, baby.